Sometimes when I'm driving alone, I go into what I call the road coma, where I suddenly become acutely aware that I have no recollection of the past, say, 20 or so miles of driving. I can't remember a darn thing. Not the road, not stopping at stop signs, not what was on the radio. It's a total blank. A quick flash of fear will grip me, and I'll think, what if I ran someone over and don't even know it? Surely, if I had, I would have experienced a quick bump and thump and snapped out of it. Right? I blink and clutch the steering wheel, suddenly realizing I am driving on a winding, narrow mountain road that's covered with snow. When I left my house an hour ago, the snow was barely coming down. I glance at the GPS, which hasn't said a word in a long time. The little blue arrow is pointing to what must be nowhere, because I don't see a thing up here except for trees and snow. Lots of snow. Realizing I'm driving at dusk without my headlights on, I flick them on and the beams highlight the snow even more. I swallow hard and wonder if the GPS has been talking to me while I was in a road coma, and I just ignored it. Michael promised me when I left the house earlier that there was no way I could get lost with this tiny digital device. But now I am having serious doubts. I grab my cell phone to call him and tell him I am, indeed, very lost, but the phone is in SOS mode. Sighing, I throw it back onto the passenger seat, where it bounces and lands on the passenger side floor. I reach down to grab it, inadvertently turning the wheel, and the car starts to slide. Like the spaz I am, I jerk the wheel back and hit the brakes, and the car goes into a total spin. The snow is coming down hard in a zigzag, and all I can see is a spinning white blur as I try to get the car under control. I'm not even sure what side of the road I'm on, or if I'm even going in the right direction anymore. The car and I are like a feather in the wind, blowing this way and that, twirling in the gusts until we finally come to a final stop in a ditch, my head bouncing lightly off the steering wheel. I force my eyes open and peer around. No, it wasn't a crash. Not really. It was a rather anticlimactic stop after all the spinning. The car just came to a halt, nose first off the side of the road. While I am thankful the car isn't totaled with half my head sticking out of the windshield, I am most definitely stuck, tires spinning. Giving up, I turn the car off, not sure it should be running in case I somehow damaged the engine. Cars always seem to blow up on TV shows when they crash into something. I reach for my cell again, silently praying for a signal, but there's nothing. 0 bars. I try to remember if I passed any houses or gas stations while in my driving-induced stupor. But I can't recall the last time I saw any signs of civilization, which really enforces the fact that I am most likely nowhere near the posh hotel where my marketing and branding seminar is being held this weekend. I am lost and stuck. Lost and stuck. My heart starts to beat faster. Lost and stuck. Stuck and lost. 0 bars.